Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play.
Hello everyone, welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button, also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my video.
It's in the story. But what is interesting though is if there will be a rerun at all, let it be between Atiku and I. And take Obi away so that people like Chris, what could be our guest, will not get emotional, about it. Our good friend.
And in saying so, the point, should be made quite clear that all sides, should be sensitive to the integrity of the institution of the judiciary. And when I say all sides, the politicians, the judges, themselves, as well as even the media, the way that will play in this issue. Because what I'm talking about sensitivity is that, unlike other arms of government, if you make an attack on the Senate president, as a politician, he could trade war with you, and reply, if you attack a minister or the president or anybody in the executive, the media people could reply, but a judge cannot be seen as exchanging. So when you are accusing, a judge, you should be very careful because there's that limitation, the CJ cannot, be replying his accuser, Two, in doing this, we should also be mindful of the fact that we don't have a systemic breakdown in Nigeria. There are institutions, which, a lot of work needs to be done to make them work better, to make them stronger, to really build them. But it doesn't mean that these institutions are not there or that they're not working. For God's sake, if you have any allegation, against a judge or whatever, there's the Judiciary Council. You can report. Even though we talk down on the system, judges have been disciplined by the Judiciary Council. Lawyers have been disciplined. Cases have been taken up and sanctions have been given. Yeah. And some of these allegations that I made, they border on corruption. If you feel that, if you have evidence that a judge or in any case, whether it is political or not, if you send a petition to the ICPC, investigate, judges and the rest, and they could be taken to court. Judges have been taken to court, and same court, have ruled, on the matter. So when you now reduce the whole thing to political tirades, and people just think that because of the moment you could just raise allegations, and because you are making a political point. What I'm saying is that beyond the election, after all, in the next few months, the election will be concluded judicially. The impact on the institution, on the institution of democracy, in terms of the erosion of the integrity of that particular institution, will be felt, and it will not be good for the system. Yeah. Just since the election, there's an allegation that the CJ, met Tinubu, allegedly, turned out that in London, it's not been proved, it's been disproved. Just only a few days ago, there was the allegation that I think a member of the panel, resigned, claiming to be under pressure or whatever, and that's also, has been debunked. Has been debunked. Thank you. So what I'm saying is that that culture, we should be mindful, of the implication of it, that it should not be. Then before we take the other story, let me also, in the article statement, let me also point out this, that Nigerians, I don't know why we enjoy insulting ourselves as a nation. Every time, every politician, from all sides, when you say you put the international community on alert. Are we saying that we are helping them? We cannot deal with their own situation. There was January 6th in America, America is dealing with its own electoral problem, What happened in January 6th is worse than whatever has happened in this election. No politician in America, no media organization, no institution, has appealed to any international community to come and help them, or inviting sanctions. That people should come and, that another country should come and sanction those who have been accused, of perpetrating the perfidy, of journalists. So what I'm saying is that we should stop this action of saying that we are calling on the international community to stop our problem.
You don't think it has become something of a cliche? People just say, the world is watching, global communities. I don't think it's a serious...
it's more than that.
He's saying that they shouldn't put them on notice. Why are you...
Who are they putting on notice? They're just saying it. They're not putting anybody on notice.
No, they said it in the final address, that they called on the international...
We should deal with our problems.
Who are they?
We should deal with our problems. If there's any wrongdoing, let us look into our own system, make it strong, and deal with the problem, and not relying on any other country to come and,
Mr. Komolafe, we see that you take exception to Atiku's comment, because as it relates to the judiciary. But I would like for you to tie it into this 4 governors Wike attend appeal court president's son's memorial. Can you really?
No. Let me make myself clear. I'm not taking the exception to Atiku's statement, because I don't know what fact Atiku has.
He put on a lot of different facts.
All I'm just trying to say is that if Atiku has any evidence, that within the system, that it could report, because it's an allegation of corruption. Because if you are saying that the judiciary is being manipulated, it should look into. It should exhaust the possibilities within our institutions, and not just reduce it to, making political
and
tariffs.
State facts,
I'm not in position to take exception to his statement, because I don't know what fact he has, in putting. But what I'm just trying to say now. Now the other point I'm making, yes, I agree with you. It's related. That is the thing about the integrity of the judiciary.
The judiciary.
No, like I said, it used not to be like that. Like people will tell you about the golden age, for instance, of the Supreme Court. They will mention names of some great justices, of that court. People like Justice Oputa, Esho, Obaseki, and the rest. Now, why people, mention those names, in reference now, is because of the integrity. Because those justices, when they were in the saddle, at the bench in the judiciary, they maintained, the integrity of that institution, that the judge is a hallowed place, So the institution whereby judges are common faces in parties, you have a case before a judge, and then if I have a case with OG, for instance, and the judge, handling that case, and I see, I open this day style, see OG whining, so naturally, as the other party, I will allow some doubt,
and even giving statements.
So that is why. That is before now, things like that will not happen, because the thing about confidence, it's not just that you should do what is right. You should be seen to be doing what is right,
Exactly.
So the optics, of all these things, they matter. And I think that the judges, the judiciary, they should be mindful of it. I think they need a lot of introspection.
Absolutely.
I'm curious, Mr. K, just in a situation like this, before we move on to the next paper, where they're saying that, this is a woman who, of course, we're in a place where she's in an emotional state. That's not what she's thinking about. She's trying to, bury her child. And now you see these 4 governors and ex-governors pull up to the service. At that point, we know that they have not been invited, but does the onus now, is it on her or on, the system to say, okay, maybe this is not the best place? Because when I'm talking about optics, of course, and I'm talking about the confidence of the public in the judiciary system, who will be responsible for making sure that these kind of things don't happen?
Absolutely. I see the point you're making, and that was the point I'm making, that the caution in this side should be on all sides, not just the judiciary, the politicians, the media, the public, that the question of building the institution of the judiciary it should be a collective effort, and everyone should play his own role. I think the caution, should have been on the part of the politicians. Yeah. So I'm saying that, everybody has a role to play.
Absolutely.
The blame should not just be put on the judiciary. Yeah. And just quickly before we leave this day, I think this story is very important, and that is the chief of army staff, going to the Mango, because what has been going on in that local government, that area. It's very tragic, in the last a few weeks, So I think it is reassuring that the chief of army staff, read the riot act. That is the kind of thing we are calling for in the past. Okay. That that the point should be made clear. Yeah. If people go to a place, you start killing people, and as if we live in a lawless society that is not under any security. So the expectation now is that the words, will be matched with action.
Absolutely.
And then the situation in the Mago area will be...
I like that. Let's move over now to this day's style. If you can pull that up, the cover.
The top story there says, 54 days after the fuel subsidy removal, where are the palliatives? Nigerians ask Tinubu. Majority groan under severe hardship. Naira continues to free fall in parallel market. Economy grinding to a halt. The president's delayed cabinet formation exacerbates the problem. Very quickly, if you could just touch.
Yes,
and this is the wheel, is it?
That's the wheel.
The wheel.
But then there's something similar in Sunday Tribune. There's a special report that says Nigerians workers struggle to stay alive, earn a living, as high cost of transportation depletes salaries and resources. And of course, if you take that with the lead story of the same Sunday Tribune, tuition fee hike, don't take us for granted. Labour warns federal government. NANS threatens nationwide protest, urges Tinubu to prevail on federal varsities management. I think with what the will is saying, yes, there was initial euphoria of the policies, reforms that Sèérious is making as the president. But then 7 weeks, almost 8 weeks down the line, people are groaning. And the suffering is real, KK.
Where are the palliatives?
Legitimate question.
My question.
Yeah, it's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
And I expectedly, the media, is supposed to convey, the feelings,
yes,
the reality.
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is that, what virtually in all the newspapers, on the front pages, the reality there on the street, on the streets, rather, is being conveyed, and it's expected that the government will say that, the patience, of the people, should not be
taken for granted.
Taken for granted, because in part the question should even be made broader, that is, it's not just where are the palliatives, but after palliatives are supposed to be temporary,
exactly,
emergency, but what is even more important is the definitive solution,
yes,
in terms of ensuring
yes,
the welfare of the people.
Absolutely.
Which I dare say is what the Constitution says is the duty of government.
It is.
The Nigerian Constitution says the purpose of government should be the welfare and the security, of the people.
Absolutely.
So it will require even more than palliatives. It will require actually having, an economic plan, economic program, in place, and which will be aimed at ensuring the welfare of the people, and in that wise, such a policy must have a good dose of anti-poverty content, That is actually what is required is to actually wage war against poverty, through efficacious, policies.
Right, absolutely. The Guardian is
but
saying that time is ticking for
yeah.
Tinubu to save poor, vulnerable Nigerians.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time
is ticking.
Time waits for no one.
Essence.
Well, we'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Komolafe, for joining us, and we hope to see you next week.
Yes,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good day, my brothers and sisters, my mommies and my daddies over there. Is your sister again, your doctor, your friend, your girl, Anointed Lady TV. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, please do subscribe for me. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video, you will be notified. So in this my channel, I will be bringing up many things to you in which you will benefit from it. I do talk show, I do news, anything you want to talk about, I am into it. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video or each time I'm on live on YouTube, you will be notified. Thank you very much for always being there for me. Please do subscribe for me, and as you do so, God will richly bless you and meet your heart desire. Thank you very much. I love you all. Ladies and gentlemen, good day, my brothers and sisters, my mommies and my daddies over there. Is your sister again, your doctor, your friend, your girl, Anointed Lady TV. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, please do subscribe for me. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video, you will be notified. So in this my channel, I will be bringing up many things to you in which you will benefit from it. I do talk show, I do news, anything you want to talk about, I am into it. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video or each time I'm on live on YouTube, you will be notified. Thank you very much for always being there for me. Please do subscribe for me, and as you do so, God will richly bless you and meet your heart desire. Thank you very much. I love you all.